Ahoy Captains! Welcome to the Update 15.3 video. I'm your host, Sir Snarf, and watch this to learn about the upcoming World of Warships news. ZH-1 starts production in the Dockyard. Golden Week and the Battle of the Coral Sea event passes are inbound, and Azur Lane makes a splash with Wave 8. There are also several gameplay and quality life improvements like objective points, the mountain range map rebalancing, domination mode changes in random battles, aircraft carrier mechanics improvements, and new modifiers in Brawls. Update 15.3 is going to be released a day earlier and lasts about 6 weeks. This big boy kicks a new dockyard into production where you'll have a chance to construct your very own historic German Tier 9 premium destroyer ZH-1. It was the Dutch who started building her, but after occupying the country, the Germans seized the ship and installed some modifications. She boasts an interesting blend of Dutch and German characteristics. For example, she comes equipped with an HE bomb airstrike and the following consumables: the short burst smoke generator, the hydroacoustic surge, and engine boost. Want to learn more about the first non-Dutch destroyer with an airstrike? Check out our dedicated article and an upcoming video on our channel. The Dockyard consists of 20 phases, 18 of which you can complete just by fulfilling combat missions, while the remaining 2 are available for doubloons. As is tradition, we've prepared 2 starter packs at a discounted price. Just grab them quickly as they'll only be available before you finish 4 phases with combat missions. The combat missions themselves will last throughout Update 15.3 and the first 3 weeks of Update 15.4. During the last week, you'll be able to finish your ZH-1 by buying phases for doubloons. Since this is a longer update, we're presenting you with 2 standalone event passes, each of which consists of 15 levels. They have their own second progression lines, and you'll need to unlock them for doubloons separately if you want additional rewards. The first event pass is dedicated to Golden Week, and you can expect some glittering goodies in that first progression line, including permanent camouflages, 3 Golden Week containers, and Japanese commander Masaru Taramatsu. The second progression lines holds even more shiny rewards, like a new permanent camouflage for the Amagi Japanese castle, as well as 2 Golden Week permanent camouflages. You can also earn Issei, a Japanese Tier 6 premium battleship, and the dazzling new Goldfall enemy destruction effect. That's not all for the Golden Week celebrations. We've prepared events in the Armory with discounted bundles holding 3 new Tier 8 ships: the European cruiser Regele Korol I, European battleship Turgot Reis, and Japanese destroyer Shigure. We know you've been looking forward to these ships, and we hope you're excited to see them in battle. The second event pass honors one of the more defining naval engagements of the Pacific Theater. Take part and earn rewards inspired by the bravery, strategy, and determination demonstrated during the historic Battle of the Coral Sea. In the first progression line, you can unlock the early morning permanent camouflage, the monochrome enemy destruction effect, and as a final reward, Robert E. Dixon, a new historical commander. In the second progression line, you can unlock the Dawn Harmony permanent camouflage for Shimanto, new historical commander Shigekazu Shimazaki, and US Tier 6 premium destroyer Monahan. As a final reward, you can grab the underwater explosion enemy destruction effect. The next event is a perfect opportunity to glam up your fleet. The 8th wave of Azur Lane. Stand at attention and salute these exquisite ladies who join us as 8 new commanders with individual voiceovers. They also come with 6 stylish new Azur Lane ships. And Asashio and Talen get their own classy Azur Lane permanent camouflages. The 8th wave also brings you a new collection, a fancy Azur Lane enemy destruction effect, the Azur Lane Wisdom Cubes permanent camouflage, content from previous waves, and more. Update 15.3 introduces a new feature, Objective Points. This edition is designed to give you clear insights on how your in-game decision and actions directly support your team's success. This new metric focuses on objectives and complements other performance indicators such as damage dealt, spotting, and potential damage. It's a gauge of your overall effectiveness in battle. You can earn objective points through actions such as destroying enemy ships and contributing to mode objectives. For example, when you capture or defend key areas in Domination mode. You can read more about this new feature in our update article. The next changes impact the Domination mode in random battles. We've crunched the numbers and noticed that the standard scenarios were ending sooner on average compared to the alternative scenarios. So, from now on, Domination Alternative Node will become the new standard, and these settings will apply to scenarios with 3 or 4 key areas. This will affect all maps and ship tiers along with training battles. For more information on these changes, check out the development blog. Moving on to tune-ups on the mountain range map. The previous layout had some quirks. It divided the map too much and restricted movement options, and the left flank didn't provide much cover. Check out the updated version of the map. We've opened it up more. We've adjusted the terrain above and below the water and improved the position of islands and covering spots. We've also made some changes to the key area positioning. Now, A is more accessible, and notice that we moved key area B. Our work on updating aircraft carrier mechanics continues. Update 15.3 brings new improvements to the visibility of patrol fighters and their action zones. Up until now, you had to detect the actual patrol fighters, and only then could you see their zones. As a result, players were sometimes oblivious to how close they were to the zone because they couldn't spot the aircraft due to terrain or smoke. What's more, if you lost sight of the patrol fighter plane, you'd also lose sight of its patrol zone. The new changes aim to make the patrol fighter zone more consistent and noticeable. From now on, you can detect it with any surface ship, aircraft, or submarine if you get within 10 kilometers of its border, regardless of whether there are any obstacles in the line of sight. Once the zone has been detected by the enemy team, it will remain visible for the rest of its active duration, even if all enemy ships later move away from the area. This update brings 5 Brawls with a variety of formats. Pay extra attention to Brawls 1 and 3, as their special ship modifiers will make the battles even spicier. Jump into Brawl 1 to experience super fast main gun reloading with the catch, lower accuracy. In Brawl 3, you can only play battleships, which get a huge buff to their accuracy and a bump up for speed and maneuverability. Before we part ways, a small reminder that a new ship rotation is on the way, and it's bringing back a fan favorite, Sabir. Alright, that's it for the Update 15.3 video. What things got you excited? Tell us in the comments, we really do read them and they mean a lot. Until next time, fair winds and following seas.